everyone, how is everyone doing today? My name is Gina and I am doing great. Alright, we're ready for box 6 of On the Run. Here we go this way with it. He went to Greece. He's in Greece. So, that was exciting. As always, I'm not being sponsored. I just love this mystery box company. I love them to death. So I always like to tell what's in the box first and then give my review of the box, and then I like to give a little bit of hints. So that is what I'm going to do. If you hear a lot of noise in the background, it's my baby kittens. I've got 2 of them, and they I thought they were going to take a nap, but they woke up. One of them seems to be chilling, the other one is not. So forgive the noise, and if they distract me, I'm sorry too. I've already done this video once, and I felt like I was so distracted because they were really like going at it that I thought I would redo it. And I had to open my door because it is hot in here. Ugh, because I'm in the front room, and right now the sun is shining onto the house in the front window, and it feels like an oven. Oh. Anyway, y'all didn't need to know all that, but I told you anyhow. So there. All right, let's go over with what is in the box. As always, this is one thing I love about Dispatch, is they give you a list of what you need or what you should have in the box, so you're not guessing, do I have everything? I love that. All right, very first thing that I saw when I opened it was a jigsaw puzzle. And I was like, yes! Because I love doing jigsaw puzzles. Now, it took me all day to do this box, and I'm going to tell you why in a minute after I get through with everything that I went through. But this was one of the main reasons why. But I'll talk about that in a second. Okay, and then the next thing I saw was this cute little scroll. Oh my God, isn't it cute? He's so cute. And then I saw, I cannot remember. I did see this. It's a what do they call it? They call it a tabloid article, what they call it. So you get that. And that has a lot of good information on it. Make sure you read that thoroughly. And then we get a couple of police reports, and you're like, what? Yeah. And then you get an autopsy report, and then you're really like, what? But it all is starting to come together and make sense of why we are getting these autopsy reports. Because in the past, and on this box, they don't really do anything per se as far as like the box wise, but as far as the whole picture of the mystery, they're very important. Very. So those were important. And then we get a riddle. Riddle me this, riddle me that. All right, right? So we get this, and this is gonna help us know who killed Victoria. You don't figure that out in this box. You get an inclination. I kind of have an idea, but in this box, you do, spoilers, you do get to know why they killed her. And you're gonna be mad, and you're gonna be sad, all at once. All right, and then I'm gonna save a piece of paper for last because I gotta do a little rant about it. But so then you get a envelope from the detective agency with a letter from him, and then all this stuff was in the bank, the security deposit, security deposit. Is that what that's called? What does he call it? Safety deposit box. That's it. All right, you get a fingerprint. Now, when I saw this fingerprint, I immediately remembered there was a thing of fingerprints in one of the older boxes, box 3, hint, hint, that we never did anything with in that box. So I was like, this is what we're gonna need it for. Now Jack is on my table. I'm on a different computer, I'm on my laptop. So, all right, he's almost stepping on it, and who knows what that would have done. All right, and you get a newspaper clipping, and then you get like a series of classified clippings all in one paper, and you're like, that is very weird. But you don't do anything with it at this point. It's just information for you to have. And the very last thing that we got in the box, and I'm gonna try to, here, let me see if I can't just erase the numbers, because I did write them in pencil so that you kind of won't see. But there is a Kin puzzle. I'm so mad. That took me hours to do. I know, I'm a ding dong. Y'all, for number one, I had never done a Kin puzzle in my life. Never even heard of a Kin puzzle. Don't ever want to hear of a Kin puzzle ever, ever, ever again. I don't like math. I really don't. I don't mind Sudoku because you don't do math. That's more logical thinking, right? You're just trying to figure out where do these numbers go that you don't repeat and all that kind of stuff. And that's okay. This included math, y'all. Math. Why? Why? Why you gotta do that to us? Dispatch? Breakout? Why? Why? So anyway, so I had to Google Kin puzzle because again, I had never even heard of it. Okay, so then I had to go to, so I went to YouTube because I couldn't understand what it was Googled. So I went to YouTube and watched a video, got a kind of a little understanding, still quite didn't get it. Watched another YouTube video, and then I was thoroughly confused. Because they were kind of saying the same thing, but then they were kind of talking different. And I was like, oh my God, this is not making any sense to me. So I had to go to the Facebook group and be like, look it, please somebody help me because I am so confused right now. I don't understand what we're supposed to do. So luckily there was a guy named David that like he helped me a lot. Whether he thought he did or not, he really did. Because once he said what he said, I understood it more with his help and with the YouTube help, right? All right, so let me go through the review and then I'll go through the hints, right? So that's everything that we've gotten in the box. So for the review, I loved this box. I know I saw on Facebook and, you know, people were complaining that there weren't enough puzzles, that they did it in an hour or two. And I'm like, how did you put a jigsaw puzzle together in just an hour? I mean, I don't know. Some may if they do it like all the time. I don't do jigsaw puzzles all the time. But this took a good chunk of my day to put this sucker together. Now, of course, when I'm putting, well, I'll get into the hints on that. So, but anyway, and then this took way too long. Entirely way too long. So part of that was maybe they have done Kin puzzles and they knew what to do and how to do it. And like my Sudoku, I got that done like that because I do Sudokus all the time. So if I did Kin puzzles all the time, I'm sure it wouldn't have taken me but maybe 5 minutes to do it. I don't know, but it took hours, y'all, hours. I felt so defeated. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like a big dummy right now. But anyway. So, but what I did though is I also went back into the journal because I wanted to get a full picture because y'all, I want to understand who killed her and why. I've got to know why she did it. And so thankfully this box, we're gonna get that answer of why. So at least that part, but we're still trying to figure out who did it. So I went back to my journal, read a little bit through it again. Then I went for theloveoflydia.com, and on there, there's it's kind of like Wikipedia where you can click on the names and it'll bring up their own personal pages, and then it's their history and all that kind of stuff. That is what you need. So I went and I spent probably a good hour just researching, reading through all the history of the Van Crosses and all that kind of stuff, and I thoroughly enjoyed that because then it made this more just cohesive. You know, since there are so many characters in this mystery, I just felt like I needed to do that in order to wrap my head around what was really going on. And then I even wrote some things down so I wouldn't forget. So I did that, and so yeah, it took all day to do this box, but I was not in a hurry. I was taking my time, you know, because I just wanted to chill and just have a lot of fun. I've been really busy the last few weeks actually working on my template for my new album and just doing Paperline and ephemera and all that kind of stuff. And so I hadn't even had time to do any mixed media stuff. I hadn't been able to just play with my art stuff and all that kind of stuff. So I was wanting just to chill out yesterday and have fun and just have fun. And so that is exactly what I did. And I didn't want to be rushed or anything like that. So it was a perfect day yesterday. Yesterday was a perfect day for me. So that is what I did. And like I said, in this box, we're gonna know why they did it. It's a sad little bit of a sad story in the end, and it also make you mad about why they did it. It's like really ridiculous almost why they did it. So yeah, I really like this box a lot, but I've always liked all the boxes, but you've got to like sleuthing, and you gotta like doing puzzles, and you gotta like doing interactive things. If you want to just read and figure it out, it's not going to be for you. If you want to just do puzzles and figure it out, it's not going to be for you. And if you're getting the boxes just for the puzzles, I feel that that's kind of what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of doing a disservice to the company and to yourself, really, because you should be invested in the whole big story. The boxes are just there to give you the clues to help you figure out the bigger picture, which is who killed Victoria and why she killed her, right? That's our whole thing for this whole box. We're trying to figure out who killed her so that we can exonerate James from going to jail because he did not do it. So if you're doing just the boxes just to kind of, you know, that's all you want to worry about, then I don't think this company is for you, because that's not what this whole thing is about. All 7 boxes intertwine with one another, which is what I love. I really do like that. Again, the only complaint that I would have is that there's so many characters, but that's my bad because I had no idea that that was what was gonna happen. So in the future, when I get future boxes, because yes I am, because I'm not stopping my subscription because I love it so much, then I'm gonna just start writing down more, you know, like every time there's a new character, I'm gonna write it down so that I don't forget who they are or whatever. So, but it's, you know, it was a brand new experience and I really liked it. So I love the box. I can't say enough about it. I can't say enough about the company. They're awesome. I really do like the story too. I like the story that we're being told. I like the fact that we do have to go back to other boxes. Some people may not like that, but I do. I like that because when I saw the fingerprint slide, I was like, we got something in box 3 that we never used in box 3. And I knew then, and I believe I did say it in my review, that we're going to have to go back to this eventually. And sure enough, this is the box that we go back to on that, because you're going to need to, because it helps you to figure out an answer to a question. So, you know, so I don't mind going back to boxes. I kind of like it. I mean, it's good, especially, you know, for your memory and stuff like that, which I do have a little bit of a memory problem sometimes. And I feel like this is helping me with that, you know, to retain some memories. So I like it. I like this company. I liked the box. It was very entertaining. Again, I got a little sad and then I got a little mad when I figured out why they killed Victoria. I'm saying they because I don't quite know who killed her yet, but So anyway, so I really like this box. I highly recommend it, but only if you're a sleuth or a detective and you like sleuthing and you like detective-ing. I know that's not a But if you like sleuthing, if you like to, you know, do research, and if you like to use the internet, and if you like to read, do logical thinking and all that kind of stuff, then this box, this company is for you. I highly recommend it. So that is my review. I really like it a lot. So let's go to hints, shall we? All right, so now the first thing that I noticed when I saw this was there's a little .com down here. So I knew this was we're gonna have to use this somehow to get to this website, right? So I put that to the side because that was not the first thing that I did. Again, the first thing that I did was try to do this stupid kin puzzle. I shouldn't say it's stupid. I need to quit doing that because it's not stupid. I just felt stupid because I couldn't figure it out very quickly. But there's the bankofgreece.com on the bottom, right? And so I was like, okay, well, let me go there. So I went there, and it's like a bank vault. And I was like, okay, so I got to know numbers, obviously, because they're highlighted. Okay. So then I went, and again, I tried to Google and then YouTube how to do this, and I was thoroughly confused. And then I went to the Facebook group, and like I said, David helps me out a lot, whether he thought he did or not. He didn't really say a lot, but what he said made more sense to me. So let me give you the rundown on a kin puzzle in case you have never done one, because I had never ever, I didn't even know these things existed. All right, so like this is a 4x4 grid, right? So you can only use numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. And just like in Sudoku though, like you can't have, each row can only have 1, 2, 3, 4 in it. So for instance, you can have like 1, 2, 3, 4, but you can't have like another 1 here because this already has a 1. So it's just like Sudoku in that way. So I understood that part. Now, these things are called cages. You see where it's like a dark, more of a bold line. So these two squares have got to equal +4. Now on one of my YouTube videos, the dude was like, you can take 4 minus 1 or something. I don't know. It just confused me. So, but what it is, it's saying then that these two squares have got to, when you add them together, they've got to equal 4. Like these two squares, when you add them together, they have to be a quotient of 2. That is a division sign. That was another thing. I was having a little bit of trouble because it looks like it's a positive sign or an add sign, and it wasn't. It's a division, and this one is also a division. And then this is a positive, and that is a positive. So once I found that out, because I found that out on the Facebook group, then that helped a lot. Well, a little bit. It helped more. Let's just put it that way. So then what they're saying is that these two numbers, when you divide them, they equal 2. Now, if it's just a number, then that's just that number. So 3 will go there and 3 will go there. Flat out. Okay, and then over here, if you add these two numbers together, they have to equal 3. And you have to add them, you can't subtract. So you can't be like 4 minus 1 is 3. And see, and I was doing that because on one of the YouTube channels I watched, I could have sworn he said you could do that kind of stuff. So, but that's not how this was working out. And then up here, these 3 grids have got to equal 24 when you multiply them. And then this one over here, when you multiply these 3 grids in this L shape, they have to equal 16. So eventually I got it, but it took me a minute. It took me a good minute to figure it out, but I eventually figured it out. So then I put the code in, and then you get a lot of good information out of this bank vault, y'all. So thoroughly go through it, because there's one part of it that you need to keep clicking on the button because there's pictures. So there's like 3 of them. So don't miss anything and really read through it, because you're gonna be like, what? So then you'll understand more of what is going on, right? Okay, so then I kind of turned my attention to the riddle, right? And I read it a couple of times and it was like, okay, I'm not making any sense. This is not making any sense. So I put it to the side. So, but I will tell you on this, if you go to the fortheloveoflydia.com and you really go through Martin Van Crest, start with him because he's the patriarch. He's the granddaddy, right? Start with him and click on all the names that are available for you to click on, and this will start making more sense to you. This riddle will, because once I did that and kind of and then went to the bank, it made even more sense. Okay, so kind of wait to do this last, and you really don't need it for this box, but it's gonna help you to know who killed Victoria in the end. I have a couple of suspects now, whereas before I had no clue. But like I said, in this box, we figure out why they did it. Okay, then I did the puzzle. Now, while I was doing the puzzle, I did notice a couple of things, and maybe this is why it didn't take them that long, because they didn't finish doing the puzzle. They just saw what they needed to see, right? And they were like, oh, okay, well, I got my answer, and then they didn't finish doing the puzzle. I don't know, but I couldn't leave it unfinished. That's just not the type of person I am. I wanted to do the puzzle. So, again, because I just wanted to chill out yesterday. So, I did the whole puzzle. It took me probably a couple of hours, because, you know, I don't do jigsaw puzzles all the time, but it took me a good couple of hours to do it. But I will give you a hint, and this is kind of a little bit of a spoiler hint. Because once I got the puzzle, even though I had seen it, I knew I had seen it, but I really didn't see it, if that makes sense. Like when I saw the pieces of the puzzles, I was like, okay, I bet you that's it. But then I kind of pushed it to the back of my mind because I was just doing the puzzle. So once I got it together, I'm like, okay, well, hello, what is this for? Like, what is it for? So I was like, oh, you know, come on, Gina, you saw something on the puzzle. Look for it now, because I didn't pay attention when I put it together where that went. I just knew I had seen like, symbols, letters, whatever you want to call them. And so sure enough, there they were. So that's the spoiler hint, is that you will find what you need in order to get to the .com on the puzzle, on the jigsaw puzzle. It will be these symbols. I'll give you that. Big hint. Big spoiler hint. So, but it is on the jigsaw puzzle. And then that was pretty much it. That's all that this box really is. And I think that's why a lot of people were like, there wasn't enough puzzles. There wasn't enough. But I thought it was just enough. Because I went sleuthing. I went back. And I went in more deep. Because I really want to know the story. I really want to understand the story. And now I feel like I do. So, once you put this in, you are going to have to answer a question. And again, going back to For the Love of Lydia, going back to reading everything that was in the bank vault, going back and reading what's in this box as far as newspapers, clippings, and the tabloid clipping, and going back to box 3 with the fingerprint, you should be able to figure out the name of the person. And that's when you're going to be like, whoa, right? So that is all the hints that I have, because that's all pretty much the box was. But I really enjoyed it. I'm actually going to do the last box. I have the last box. I've had it, but again, I've been just so busy that I hadn't had time to do it. But I'm going to do it today. I'm going to do it. So, because I got to know, I'm desperate. Not desperate, but I want to know. I really want to know who killed Victoria, because I know why now. I'm mad. Alright, so that's it. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that it helped. If you were stumped on anything, I hope it made sense, because, you know, sometimes I feel these reviews are a little bit cryptic in the hints, because I don't want to give away too much. But if you have any questions or whatever, you just contact me and I'll be happy to help you. So thanks so much for watching, y'all. I truly appreciate it. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe if you've not subscribed. And if you have, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. But don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified for every time that I post a video. All right, y'all. Y'all be good to one another, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.